This is the discussion for Module 7. Describe some of the social scripts behind dating and romantic relationships. I think that the social scripts of dating have changed since my younger years in society today. It has changed and progressed due to the introduction of technology into all areas of the dating process. I think that this progression has become more impersonal based on the online interactions of dating individuals rather than these initial interactions happening in person. I think that there was always more excitement in the process for me rather than just in swiping or typing. Cohen refers to the interaction theory as it pertains to the changing landscape of social scripts. It can be applied directly to how people meet and develop relationships. He makes a valid point to mention diversity in how relationships are formed and maintained, as opposed to conformity. One point he makes toward this statement is about individuals choosing to live together and how this has become more of an established normal behavior in the stages of a relationship. I can apply this to my life by stating that I am more old school when it came to my approach to dating, back when I was doing so to look for a romantic relationship. I never used any of the dating applications because I have had too many friends get catfished, among other things. I just resorted to a regular approach and conversation. It was a pleasant surprise that I was approached by my current partner instead of the other way around, because that's how it had always happened in my life before. What is love, and what forms does it appear? I think that love is most definitely a shared bond between individuals that includes feelings and emotions. I have experienced that it comes in different categories. I think that romantic love is at the root of what every person wants to experience in a relationship of that capacity. I feel that the love that one has for family and friends, as well as overall empathy and compassion for others, are more examples of different types of love. Cohen refers toward romantic love when he mentions that this state is an elevated idea and a motivator to attain the feelings and emotions associated with love. He also refers to different types of things that it could impede love from happening, like social barriers or culture differences, just to list a few. He states that it is also an overall motivation in an individual's search for a satisfying and happy life. I can relate this concept to my life by describing the different types of love that I feel in different relationships in my life. I do have a romantic love for my partner. I have a different type and level of utilitarian love for my children and my mother and my brother. I also have a love for my brothers and sisters in recovery because we all have the same problem that has a common solution based in being of maximum service to others. Discuss dating. How does it happen across ages, and what's dating like for the LGBTQ+ community? I think that the concept of dating has changed, but the results are still the same. The purpose of dating is to have some sort of interaction with another individual for the purpose of a romantic relationship or sex, and to interact socially at the same time. This includes some type of accepted social behavior like around food, or conversation, or alcohol consumption, among other types of social interaction. I think that these sets of social behavior appear to remain the same for the LGBTQ+ community when it comes to dating and social behavior. Cohen makes several references to the different types of dating that occur in society today. They range from dating in private or in the public eye, to the hookup culture, to online dating situations, to the experiences of the LGBTQ+ community. He states that all these different types of dating lead to the same projected outcome, the potential for a romantic social relationship or a sexual relationship. I can relate this to my life by identifying that I chose to participate in the public dating type of relationship before I got married. I also participated in the hookup culture in my younger years, before the internet was a thing. That specific behavior is what led to my sabbatical from both romantic and sexual relationships, because that behavior carried over into my marriage. My current partner and I met in recovery, and it is by far the healthiest romantic relationship I've ever experienced. Mate selection is one of the first fundamental aspects of family formation. Speak to how it occurs, how it has evolved, and what are the differences across gender, class, race, ethnicity. I think that mate selection has evolved from patterns in the past of just selecting one based in pure sexual attraction, however that still happens a lot, to selecting a mate based on how the individual can benefit or improve the relationship unit. I think that the trends in how one's body is perceived by a potential mate have changed for the better. I feel that there is more of a level of acceptance for what individuals consider what the standard of what beauty is to an individual. This is also different in other cultures and ethnicities who focus on the physical traits that would be the most beneficial for biological reproduction. Cohen refers to a few factors that come into play that affect mate selection. He discusses how gender reinforcement happens and how that reinforces symbolic interaction when it comes to what beauty is perceived as being. He also refers to how homophily affects the different areas of romantic relationships, friendships, workplace relationships, and casual contact between individuals. I can relate this to my life by agreeing with Cohen that I picked my mates based on homophilic factors. My ex-wife likes motorcycles, tattoos, and heavy metal music, along with being the same ethnicity and background from which I come. However, my current partner and I found qualities that I gravitated toward were based in our education and our overall emotional development. We also share a common bond in that we both actively work and practice a program of recovery. Thank you.